So I currently book 50 to 80 meetings every single month with this exact cold email script, and I've adapted it to many different niches and it pretty much works every single time, and I'm going to give it away in this video. So if you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Ben Lister and I help agencies to grow by documenting my learnings on this YouTube channel that help me to make multi-six figures per year. So when we start any cold email, we want to put something in there that basically makes someone think that it isn't salesy, right? The first line has to be something that makes you think that it could just be from a friend or a colleague or someone you don't know, or something that it's not from someone trying to sell you something, basically. And this is why the first line in the script that we have says, "Hey name, not sure if this is the right email, but what the heck, but anyway," or something like that. And that's why the first line that we have in the script says, "Hey, first name, not sure if this is the right email for business, but what the heck," or you can say, "but anyway," or "anyhow," or something like that. And I wouldn't be afraid of being a little bit cheesy or a little bit talking how you wouldn't normally talk, because a lot of times you're going to be reaching out to people who don't know you, and it's fine to say different words. And basically, if you are coming across in a super friendly way, that's going to help you quite a lot to get a good response. Now, the next part is where you want to add some kind of knowledge of your niche into this line. And so we say, we noticed that a lot of, let's say, gyms, for example, are looking for more leads at this time of year. So I thought I'd reach out and show you how we're doing that for social proof. So this could be how we're doing this for a gym in Florida, how we're doing this for 100 gyms, whatever it may be, some kind of social proof. And the bit there that obviously says, looking for more leads this time of year, that's your bit there. You want to add some knowledge of the niche in there. So if you are working for gyms, for example, you might know that gyms are quieter towards the end of the year and they're busy at the start of the year, right? If your service is actually helping gyms to hire staff around the busy time of year, you can say, gyms are super busy at this time of year. That's why we're doing this, right? That's why we're helping you to hire more people, whatever it may be. Some kind of knowledge about the niche there shows that you're not just a complete beginner. And obviously the social proof just ties that in and it makes it seem like you've done this a million times before and you can get a good result. Next, we want to add some kind of hyper personalization in here. This can be the form of a video, a voice note, just a picture of yourself with their website on the screen, or something like that that is specific to this business. I like to send over a quick Loom video just explaining what we do. And this is where we put, I made you a quick video walking through how we do this and how we can do offer, right? So how we can do this, which is basically helping you get the leads, whatever you said previously, or helping you to get more staff, whatever you said previously in that first line. And then we can say something like how we can get you 30 to 50 leads every single month on a complete pay on results basis, something like that. And that would obviously be your offer. And at the end, obviously, you want to ask for some kind of call. So we could put, have you got a moment to go through this at some point this week, right? And if you're just sort of playing it off cool, you're not sort of jumping in there and saying, straight away, like, let's jump on a call at 2 p.m. on Monday, you're probably going to get a better response rate. So that's basically the first one. Now, the key when it comes to emails is always going to be the follow-up. So a lot of people will have many different emails that come through, every single day. They get multiple sales emails, they get multiple emails from people that are trying to sell them something. And so if you send them one email, you're going to get pushed to the bottom of the inbox. It might not get opened, or it might get opened and they forget about it and then they just never see it again, right? So this is why we need follow-ups. And so we want to be super playful with this next one, right? And what I like to do with this one is you put, name, so put John, ! This is the right email, right? And you can put some kind of emoji in here, just something that's super playful. And you're basically just playing on from the first email, right? And this is basically, if someone sees this as a notification or the first line in their email in their inbox, they're more likely to open this because they don't think it's someone trying to sell them something. If you say, "Hey John, really like the look of this business, would you be interested in this?" They might even just delete it before they open it. The chance they actually get a response from that is going to be much lower. So we want the person to think that this email isn't necessarily going to be a sales email and need to open it to understand what's actually going on. And so the next part, we want to say, what did you think of the email I sent over? Did you catch that video? We want to mention specifically if we sent a video, a voice note, a picture. Did you see the video? Did you see the picture? Whatever it is, because as soon as someone sees that, they have no context and they're going to have to check the next message and see, okay, what are they actually talking about here? So if you've replied to your email, which you should do, it shouldn't be a new email, there should be an email thread. They're going to be able to quickly go back and see that there's a video, a photo, and then they can check it out from there. Because a lot of times you do your first follow-up, second follow-up, third follow-up, whatever it may be, the person hasn't actually seen the first one, or if they have, they need their memory jogging and they need some kind of reminder of what the first thing was. And so at this point, they're going to watch the video, they're going to see the photo, they're going to listen to the voice note, whatever it may be. And then for the second follow-up, this is kind of a weird one because it's not the final one, but you do want to mention something about the video or the photo or the media that you used. And so you can say another thing, what were your thoughts on that? Did you see it? Or you can say, just checking in with you to catch your thoughts. And then you actually want to send the video or the photo or the voice notes again. And so there's no way they can't find it at this point. They might have to go through 2 different emails to find it. So you just send it in that second follow-up. And then the last one, this is a really cool trick. So this would be the final one that we send. So this is the 4th part in a 4-part email sequence. We would say, hey John, maybe 4th time lucky, haha. Explaining the offer again. So we can get you 30 to 50 leads every single month on a pay on results basis. I'm going to keep checking in with you until you are interested, right? And now this is the kicker, because if you say to someone, for example, this is the worst thing that you can do. This is my last email. This is the last one. I'm giving up on you now. I'm starting to think that you're not interested, whatever it may be. The person is going to think, great, this person's not going to respond to me anymore. They're not going to keep following up with me. And if I just ignore it, that's it. It'll go away. But if you say something like, I'm just checking in with you, or I'll keep checking in with you until you are interested, this person is thinking this is never going to end. I'm going to have to respond. I'm going to have to give them some kind of response. And then once they do respond, obviously you have them in, you can ask a question, and they're much more likely to respond to a second email at that point. And so if you make them think that you're just never going to stop, then they basically have to respond at some point, because they think, oh my God, this person is never going to leave me alone. They are going to keep putting this offer onto my inbox every single day. And yeah, this is basically the kind of result that you want. You don't want to tell them that you're never going to respond to them again. And so this is a really good one, because the chance that someone responds is a lot higher than I would say the first or the second follow-up, simply because you are throwing the offer again. It's been quite a few, and you're telling them that you're never going to give up. Now, when it comes to the subject line of this email, people get really bogged down in the details of the subject line and what the subject line should do and which one they should use, and maybe I should use this one or that one. If you give a subject line and someone is then actually clicking on the email, it's done its job. The booking rate, the amount of positive replies you get, is not indicative of how good the subject line is. So this is where you can just literally put something, everyone uses it, but you can put, quick question for John. John, did you catch this? John, is this yours? Something like that, right? Just something to make someone to click on it. If you put something like, John, would you be interested in this ? That is probably not a good one, because it sounds like you are trying to sell them something. If you put your offer in the subject line, that's a terrible one, because people know straight away. They will literally just delete it before they've opened it. And so the key to a subject line is to just create some kind of curiosity. It's almost like when you do a advertisement, a paid ad on Facebook, for example. The goal of the headline is to get someone to read the text. The goal of the text is to get someone to click on the link. The goal of the picture is to get someone to stop, right? They all have their own individual roles, and so the subject line is literally just there for you to actually get the person to stop and open the email and understand what's going on. Same with that first line of the email, right? If we say something like, not sure if this is the right email, but what the heck? This is going to make someone think, who is this? What is going on? Is this a customer? Is this a supplier? What is it, right? And so obviously that's going to get someone to read on the email. And when it comes to timing these, the follow-ups really can be sent between 1 and 3 days after being sent. Sometimes I get cold emails and people, do a follow-up 7 days later, and I just think that is way too long. Maybe every single day might be a bit too soon. You might want to give at least one of them a 2-day or 3-day gap, for example. But this 4-day sequence can really be done within about 10 or 8 days. Obviously, you don't really want to send emails on the weekend. Maybe Saturdays works, but Sundays definitely wouldn't work, and you're going to get no responses on Sundays. But your follow-up should take between, I'd say, 8 to 10 days to complete that 4 emails. And the key to all of this obviously is consistency. If you are only sending out 50 emails today and then 0 tomorrow and then 20 the day after, you're not going to get any good results from this. Doesn't matter what kind of email script you have, it doesn't matter what kind of copy you put in there. If you are not being consistent and you are not actually putting in the work every single day, or having an automated process where your email sending software sends out the right amount of emails every single day, and you're doing this for 1 week, 2 weeks, you're not doing 500, 1,000 emails before you make a change to your copy, then it doesn't really matter what you do. The results are not going to be as good. And so you should be tracking things, maybe like open rate, for example, or if you have a loom in there, you can track the view rate of the loom. If you have some kind of media in there that obviously you can track the view rate, then you can do that, and you don't need to track open rate. And so at this point, you can make a decision whether people are actually opening the emails and whether people are responding to them based on the copy. And so if you have a very, very high open rate but a very low response rate, that probably means your copy is not too good and you need to make a change somewhere. But if you have a low open rate but a decent positive reply rate, then obviously you don't really know if the copy is working or not. You can't really change the copy. The number one thing you need to do there is make sure more people are opening the email, which either means deliverability or changing your email subject. And so if you can implement some kind of form of this email, understanding the psychology behind it and the explanations that I gave here, and implement this in your niche and basically not copy this word for word, then you're probably going to have quite a lot of success with this. Combining this with some good email deliverability, I have no doubt that you'll be able to book a lot of meetings using this script. By the way, if you are looking to sign sign more clients, go ahead and click the first link in the description. We're not asking for anyone's email or phone number or anything like that. It's literally just a video of me explaining what my company does and how we've done this quite a few times for different agencies. But if you did like the video, then go ahead and like the video, comment if you want me to cover anything specifically, and subscribe if you want to see more. Appreciate you watching this one to the end. Cheers.